And there we are. Hey, everybody. It's time for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. Spokane Steve here with you. Feeling much better today. As hell, you can probably even hear it. In my voice, that is. And we've got Pittsburgh at St. Louis, the final game of April 22nd, 1966. Pirates come in 7-2. Cards come in 3-4. Two right-handers on the mound today. Tommy Sisk for Pittsburgh. 10 God, I still can't read it. 10-5. 4.14. Washburn 11-9. 3.76. And we'll get to the starting lineups here in just a second. I'm still on coffee. I know I'm supposed to be on tea by now, but coffee sounded really good, and so I'm going with that. Okay, let's get to the starting lineups now for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Playing center field and batting leadoff, Matty Alou. Gene Alley at shortstop, bats second. In the 3 spot, Roberto Clemente in right field. Willie Stargell will be in the cleanup spot and play left field. Don Clendenin, the first baseman, hits 5th. Batting 6th, Bill Mazeroski at second base. Bob Bailey at third base. Jesse Gonder will do the catching today and hit 8th, with Tommy Sisk batting 9th. For the Cardinals, it'll be Lou Brock in right field leading things off. Julian Javier at second base hits in the 2 spot. Curt Flood will be in center field batting 3rd. Alex Johnson in left field hits cleanup. Charlie Smith at third base. George Kernick will play first base and hit 6th, computer-only card from the Windows game. Jerry Buchek, the shortstop. Pat Corrales will do the catching and hit 8th, and Washburn will bat 9th. And with that, we're just about ready to get underway here for today's ball game. Just a tick over 20,000 in the park here in St. Louis on a Friday evening, April 22nd, 1966. How much fun is it to travel back to that time? I mean, we can do it in this game, but I meant if it were possible to go back to those times and sit in the stands and, boy, what a treat that would be. As my mind wanders and I daydream a bit. Anyway, we're about ready to get this one underway. Ray Washburn has completed his warm-up tosses. And in steps Matty Alou from the left side. Washburn gets his sign from Pat Corrales, the windup. And here is the pitch on a 5-7 to the left-hander. Struck him out. And we are underway. And Bob Cole is here, and welcome, Bob. Glad to have you. And glad to be feeling more or less congestion-free for the first time in 2 months. And greetings and welcome, Franklin is here. Here's Gene Alley now in the 2 spot. Ashburn winds and deals, or Washburn rather, not Ashburn. A 3-5, grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Buchek. This could be trouble. He's a 4E56, and here's the play. On a 16, he makes the play. How about that? Fine play by Buchek. 6-3X and 2 away. And here's Roberto Clemente. Clemente batted .317 that year. 29 home runs, 119 RBIs in real life. And here's the pitch from Washburn now. On a 2-6, base hit right up the middle. And Clemente's aboard with a 2-out single. Clemente, not a threat to steal. Excellent base runner, however. And here's Pops. Pops Stargell. Washburn from the stretch. The pitch to Pops is a 5-9, a high fly ball to deep right field. Back goes Brock, and it's gone. Home run, Willie Stargell. And just like that, Pittsburgh jumps out to a 2-0 lead. Oh my goodness, let's check that one again. 5-9 to a lefty, homer to 9. And there it is. Just did clear the fence, a fence scraper. But it's out of here. And it's 2-0. And here's Don Clendenin now. Washburn into the windup. The pitch to Don is a 3-3 against the right-hander. That's a tapper down to short. That'll be a routine play for Buchek, who throws him out, and that will retire the side. But the Pirates jump out quickly here with 2 runs on a 2-run blast by Wilver Stargell. And Tommy Sisk will get ready to work here in the bottom of the first. And welcome, Kurt, and thank you very much. No one is more glad than I. Lou Brock will lead things off for St. Louis as Tommy Sisk gets the sign from Jesse Gonder. Here's the windup. The pitch to Lou is a 1-7 to the right-hander. It's a ground ball down to second base. Easy play for Mazeroski, who picks it up and throws him out. Julian Javier will be the hitter now. Sisk the windup. Here's the pitch on a 4-5 to the right-hander. That's a ground ball to shortstop X. That's going to be Gene Alley. Gene, a fine defensive shortstop, 2E17. And he goes into the hole, and here is the play on a 4. He makes a diving stop to his feet. Long throw across just in time. Oh, my God, what a play by Gene Alley. It's a web gem. 6-3X exclamation point. What a play by Gene Alley. And here's Kurt Flood with 2 down. And the pitch from Tommy Sisk is a 1-8 to the right-hander. A tapper down to third. Bailey has it. Throws across in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals in the first. And after 1 complete, it's Pittsburgh 2, St. Louis nothing. And welcome Dan. And Dan's for Pittsburgh. All right, here we go. We're going into the second inning here. Mazeroski, Bailey, and Gonder due for the Pirates. Washburn gets his sign. Now here's the lineup. The pitch to Mazeroski on a 3-9. Swung on and missed strike 3. So Maz down on strikes, and here's Bob Bailey. Bailey currently leads the Bucks in RBIs. And here's the pitch. On a 4-9 right-hander, that'll be a base hit right up the middle. And Bailey's aboard with a 1-out single. Bailey not a threat to steal. Solid 1-14 base runner, however. And here's Jesse Gonder, the left-handed hitting catcher. Washburn from the stretch now. And the pitch to Gonder is a 1-7. Struck him out. And that's 3 Ks for Washburn already. And that will bring up Tommy Sisk, a right-handed hitting pitcher. From the stretch, here's the delivery. That's going to be a 1-9. Swung on and missed strike 3, and Washburn has struck out the side. So for the Bucks, no runs to hit, 1 left on. And we're going into the bottom of the second here, still 2-0 at Pittsburgh. As Sisk takes his warm-ups, he'll have a little sip of this coffee while it's still hot. Oh, yeah, that hits the spot, let me tell you. This is the first time in about 2 months I've been able to have my voice without any rattle or congestion. And what a pleasure it is, let me tell you. You have no idea. As we move to the bottom of the second, it's going to be Johnson, Smith, and Kernick for St. Louis. 2-0 Bucks. Sisk gets his sign from Gonder. Here's the pitch to AJ. It's a 1-7. It's a fly ball into center field. Alou drifting over and puts it away for the out. 1 down, and Charlie Smith will come to the plate now. Charlie, a right-handed hitter. Here's Sisk's windup. And the pitch, a 3-10. That's a base hit the other way. Charlie Smith reaches out and pokes one into right field. And he's aboard with a 1-out single. Smith not a threat to run. Here's Kernick now. George Kernick, a left-handed hitting first baseman. Computer-only card. Printed up from my Windows game. Runner not held, and from the stretch, there's the pitch from Sisk on a 2-7. That's a single to 12, and on a 12, he just does get it. Oh, single with a 1-base advance, so Smith will have to hold up at second. And St. Louis has something going here in the bottom of the second. Runners at first and second, and 1 out. And Jerry Buchek will be the batter. Buchek, terrible defensive shortstop. He batted .236 that year in real life. And now from the stretch, here's Sisk's delivery. It's a 5-9. It's a grounder to shortstop B. Down to Alley, who flips to Mazeroski, and that's all they're going to get. As Kernick slid in there and broke it up. So how am I going to score that? 6-4. We're going to score that 6-4. Smith to third. Kernick is forced. And Buchek will take first on the force. First and third, 2 down. Here's Pat Corrales, the catcher. Sisk from the stretch. It's a 3-7 to the righty. Grounder to short. That's Alley. He's got it. He'll go the short way to Maz, and that will do it. No runs, 2 hits. They leave a pair. At the end of 2 innings complete, it is Pittsburgh 2, St. Louis nothing. And I'm chuckling at Kurt's comment. I think I had both of those, Kurt, at the same time. I did, in fact, have walking pneumonia. Top of the order for the Pirates as we move along to the third inning. Matty Alou to lead things off. Here's Washburn with the windup. And the pitch is 6-7 to the left-hander. It's a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Javier. Julian, a slick fielding second baseman, a 2E15. And here's the play. On an 11, that's the error frequency. So we go to the 15. And the roll is an 8, and he makes a fine play and throws Alou out. Did I put 6? That is not right. Hang on a second. Let's correct that right now. That was 4-3. And here's Gene Alley. The pitch from Washburn, a 4-12. It's a grounder to first base X. That's going to be Kernick. He's a 3E26 as he moves to his right. Here's the play. He's got it. Flips to Washburn, covering. 2 down. So a couple of X chances turned by the fine St. Louis defense here in the third inning, and it's Roberto Clemente. Clemente singled his first time up. Washburn now into the windup. The pitch to Roberto, a 5-7, struck him out. And that's 5 Ks for Washburn now. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. And as we move to the bottom of the third, it's still 2-0. And Washburn himself will be leading off. Washburn, a decent hitting pitcher. He's a right-hander with N power, a 6 hitting card. 1 through 8, in case you don't know, with 1 being the worst, 8 being the best for the pitcher's hitting. So a 6 with N power is pretty good. Here's the pitch on a 2-8, swung on and missed strike 3. So apparently not good enough as he goes down swinging. And that'll move us back to the top of the lineup and Lou Brock again. Brock 0 for 1. Sisk, the pitch. It's a 1-11 to Lou, grounds it down to short. That's going to be Buchek. Sorry, that's going to be Alley who throws him out. And there's 2 down. And that'll bring up Javier. Javier 0 for 1. Sisk into the windup. The pitch to Julian on a 2-6 is a grounder down to short. That's going to be Alley. Again, throws him out. Almost a replay of the ball that Brock hit down there. And St. Louis goes down 1-2-3 in the third. After 3 complete, it's still 2-0. Hang on 1 second. My humble apologies. I had to turn the heat down a little bit. Washburn taking his warm-ups, getting ready to go here in the 4th inning, a 2-0 ball game. It'll be Pop, Stargell, Clendenin, and Maz for the Bucks. Washburn into the windup. The pitch to Willie Stargell is a 6-8 to the left-hander. It's a grounder to second base. Javier fields it cleanly. Flips over to Kernick, 1 down. And that'll bring up Don Clendenin, the right-handed first baseman. Here's the pitch from Washburn. It's a 6-5 to the righty. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Buchek again. A 4E56. He made the first X play hit for him. And here's this one on a 14. That's going to be... He makes the play. Ground ball fielded cleanly by Buchek, who throws Clendenin out. And quickly, there are 2 away here in the 4th inning, and here's Mazeroski. Mazeroski struck out his first time up. Washburn into the windup. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-6 pop-up left side. Buchek calling for it. He's got it. And 1-2-3 go the Bucks. So Washburn, after giving up a 2-run homer to Willie Stargell in the 1st inning, has settled down nicely here. And Tommy Sisk is cruising around, so it looks like we have the makings of a good pitching duel, at least so far. And yes, the infielders are busy today. We've got 4 X plays for St. Louis. Only 1 on the Buck side. And as we move to the bottom of the 4th, it's going to be the heart of the St. Louis batting order. Flood, Alex Johnson, and Smith. Here's the windup. The pitch to Flood is a 4-9 to the right-hander, and that's going to be ripped down the left field line and into the corner. Stargell chasing it down. He's got it. Flood rounding second. The throw in, and Flood is in there with a lead-off triple. Holy cow, a triple. Sometimes I think I get more excited for a triple than for a home run. And yes, it's going quickly, Franklin, and they do that. We tend to do that when nobody scores. And there's Tony. Welcome, Tony. Pleasure to have you. So with a leadoff triple, and the Pirates leading 2-0. They'll keep the infield back this early. And here's Alex Johnson. Sisk from a full windup, a 2-7 to Johnson. Grounder to shortstop, fielded by Alley. Looks the runner back and throws him out. And with one down, that'll bring up Charlie Smith. Smith singled his first time up. Now Sisk a glance over at third base, and now he comes to the plate on a 3-6. Base hit into center for Charlie Smith. That will score Flood easily. And it's a 2-1 ball game. So Smith with the one-out knock to drive in Flood. And here's Kernek, left-handed batter. Sisk now from the stretch. Here it is, a 2-12. That's a single into right field. Hang on a second, I have to pull that up on my computer game. A 2-12, that is an open single to right field. So Smith can try to advance on that. I don't think he will, however, because we know who the right fielder is. That's Clemente with his -10 gun. Smith to third, -5 gun. Smith 1 through 10 plus 2-12 -5 1 through 7. Smith will wisely hold up at second. He's not even close to quick enough to challenging the fantastic arm of Roberto Clemente. So 3 hits in the inning off of Sisk, who was brilliant through the first 3. First and second, 1 down. And here's Buchek. Okay. Sisk from the stretch now. Pitch to Jerry Buchek, a 5-6 to the right-hander, and he loses in ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Everybody moves up. Bases loaded, 1 out, and it's Pat Corrales to come to the plate now, right-handed hitting catcher. The Pirates will play at double play depth. As Sisk from a full windup comes to the plate on a 1-6, swung on and missed strike 3. Oh, what a big out that was. With the bases loaded, and now the pitcher's up with 2 down. Washburn, a decent hitting pitcher, though, with end power. Sisk, the windup. The pitch on a 5-9. Ground ball to short. That's going to do it. Alley's got it. Flips to Mazeroski. And that will retire the side. The Cardinals do come up with a run, however, on 3 hits, but they leave the bases loaded and waste a really good opportunity there to score. And after 4 complete, it's 2-1 Pirates. So we got ourselves a ball game. 2-1 going to the 5th. Washburn getting loose. Bottom of the order for Pittsburgh. Bailey, Gonder, and Sisk due up. Here's Bob Bailey now. He singled his first time up. Washburn into the windup. The pitch is a 6-7 to the right-hander. That's a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Julian Javier, a 2E15 as he moves to his right behind the bag. Here is the play. On a 6, he's got it. Turns, fires across his body in time. So nice play by Javier to retire Bailey. And here's Jesse Gonder. Gonder struck out his first time up today. Washburn with the pitch on a 3-7. That's a base hit the opposite field. Gonder just reaches out and pokes it into left for a 1-out single. And here's Sisk. Sisk, a C-bunter. With a Lou on deck, he's going to go ahead and lay it down. A 6 on a C, I'm quite certain that works, and it does. Successful sacrifice bunt by Sisk. That will move Gonder into scoring position with 2 away. So sacrifice hits Sisk. Gonder's at second with 2 down, and here's Matty Alou trying to pick him up. Washburn checks his runner. The pitch to Matty is a 1-8. Base hit into right. That's an open single. Gonder can try to score on that. He's slow. The right fielder is Brock, a +1. So we've got Gonder, 1 through 9, +2, 1 through 11, +1, 1 through 12. He's coming, and here's the throw from Alou. And he's in there on a 9. I'm sorry, the throw from Brock. What am I saying? The throw from Brock. And he's in there on a 9. So Gonder scores. RBI for Matty Alou, who takes second on the throw. And it's 3-1 Pittsburgh. And here's Gene Alley. Here's the pitch to Gene Alley, a 3-4 to the righty. Fly to right field. Clemente's right there. Sorry, Clemente. What am I doing? What the hell's wrong with me? Brock is right there and makes the catch to retire the side. The Pirates score a run on 2 hits and leave a man. And they take a 3-1 lead into the bottom of the 5th. It'll be the top of the order for St. Louis in the bottom of the 5th. Lou Brock to lead things off. Brock, amazingly, has only 1 stolen base so far this season. And the Cardinals have played 7 games. They're in their 8th game. So Sisk ready to work. Here's the pitch to Lou Brock, a 5-7. Single to 11. That ball's going to find the hole and go into right field for a base hit. And Brock is aboard. Sisk with a 0 hold. Gonder a +2. So that's going to be a 20. Held on, a 1 through 18. And he's about to try for his second. The lead is a 2 through 7. He's in there on a 6, 1 through 18. Here goes Brock. Here's Gonder's throw. He's stolen it. So Brock with the stolen base. The next pitch to Javier. A 3-8. Struck him out. Oh, my. One down, Lou Brock on second, and here's Kurt Flood with Alex Johnson on deck. Sisk gets his sign from Gonder. Here's the pitch to Flood, a 5-2 to the righty is a grounder to first base X. That's Clendenin. He's a 2E26. And here's the roll on the play. On an 8, that's the error range. So an E26 on the roll of a 10. He boots it. That's a 1-base error on Clendenin. Brock will take third. Error on Pittsburgh. And now the Cardinals have the tying runs aboard at first and third. 1 down, and here comes Alex Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2. Sisk from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Alex. 1-5, swung on and missed strike 3. Oh my, and for Sisk now, that's his 4th strikeout of the game and 2nd of this inning. And it'll be up to Charlie Smith. Smith's 2 for 2. Drove in a run in the 4th. From the stretch, here's the pitch to Smith. 2-7, swung on and missed strike 3. And Tommy Sisk strikes out the side. So the Cardinals, no runs, a hit, they leave a pair. There was an error. There was a stolen base. And there was no runs. And oh my goodness, Bob, that's fascinating. So you actually figured that out, huh? Well, I just love it. I absolutely just love it. On to the sixth we go. Heart of the order for the Bucks: Clemente, Stargell, and Clendenin. Washburn ready now, the windup. The pitch to Roberto Clemente is a 1-5. Struck him out. And that's twice today that Washburn has K'd Roberto. And that'll bring up Pops. His 2-run blast looms large in this game. That was back in the first inning. He's 1 for 2. The pitch from Washburn on a 2-7. Fly to center. That's going to be playable for Flood. Easy play for Kurt, and there's 2 away quickly here in the 6th. And that'll bring up Clendenin. Clendenin 0 for 2. Washburn the windup. And the pitch is a 6-6 to the righty. Pop up left side. Buchek calling for it. He's got it. And 1-2-3 go the Bucks in the 6th. After 5.5, it's still 3-1. Tommy Sisk so far pitching a whale of a game. He got into a little jam there in the 4th. Got out of it cheaply enough, only allowing the 1 run. Other than that, he's been fantastic. And it will be George Kernick to lead things off for St. Louis in the bottom of the 6th. And here's Sisk now with the windup. And the pitch on a 3-9. That's a grounder back to the box. Sisk knocks it down, now picks it up. Flips over to Clendenin for the out. And here's Buchek, 0 for 1 with a walk. Sisk the windup. Here's the pitch, a 1-3, grounder down to second base. That's going to be Mazeroski. Easy play for Maz, who throws him out. 2 down, and Pat Corrales will be the hitter. Pat's 0 for 2. Sisk gets his sign from Gonder. Pitch to Corrales is a 6-10. Catcher's card X. That's going to be Gonder, a 4-E9. Gonder apparently in the lineup for his bat rather than his glove. And here is the play on a 15. He makes the play. Foul out to the catcher. So 2X, that'll go. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals in the 6th. And after 6 complete, it's Pittsburgh 3, St. Louis 1. I'm anxious to get back to the chat messages, which you guys know by now I do between half innings. I get distracted enough as it is by I distract myself enough as it is. Oh, interesting, because he won the batting title. Well, Bob, you know as well as I do, small sample size. I'm sure he'll be there when the final bell rings. So 3-1 after 6, we move along to the 7th inning. Bill Mazeroski to lead things off for the Pirates, and here's Washburn now into the windup. The pitch to Maz, a 2-6 to the right-hander. That's going to be a single to 10, and that single will get through. Base hit for Mazeroski to lead things off here in the 7th. So Maz aboard, and here's Bailey. Bailey 1 for 2. Washburn and S7 for endurance. So this is his first endurance inning. From the stretch now, the pitch to Bailey is a 3-5, and he walks him. Oh my goodness, St. Louis better get somebody up in the pen. In real life, they use Jackson and Oust. it would be Gonder, and then you've got Alou. Yeah, why not? We'll go with Al Jackson. We'll get a right-hander up with him, too. Don Dennis will join him. So Al Jackson, the lefty, Don Dennis, the righty, throwing in the St. Louis pen as the Bucks have first and second and nobody out. And here's Gonder. Gonder 1 for 2. Here's the pitch on a 5-12. Grounder to first base X. That's going to be Kernick, a 3-E-26. And here's the roll on the play. That's going to be an 11. That goes to the E26 on a 4. One base error, Kernick. The bases are loaded. He can't handle it. So the Pirates commit their second error of the... Sorry, No. The Cardinals commit their first error. The Pirates have one. Error Kernick, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. And here's Sisk. Cardinals will be at double play depth. Full windup now, and here's the pitch to Sisk on a 3-9. That's a grounder to third. Ground ball A. Let me check that. I think on a ground ball A with the bases loaded, they get the lead man. Hang on a second. I want to be sure about this. Ground ball A. Okay, let's go to the... On the advanced side, ground ball A. No, it does not say that. The runner on first is out, double play. That's what it says here. Okay, I just wanted to be absolutely sure about that. So that's a 5-4-3, and Mazeroski scores. Bailey to third, Gonder is forced. So the Bucks get a run out of that. There's 2 away, and here's Matty Alou. Alou 1 for 3. Batting .290 on the season now. There's the pitch to Matty on a 6-6. Fly ball to center. That's going to be playable for Flood, who drifts over and makes the catch to retire the side. But the Pirates tack on an insurance run on 1 hit, a walk, and an error. After 6.5, they lead at 4-1. So let me see if that run is earned. Let's recreate that. We've got a single, a walk. You can't assume the double play. Single walk. Out, out. Yeah, that's an unearned run. So that run will not be charged to Washburn. Unless I'm missing something here. As always, I welcome all input. I may not always follow it, but I welcome it. Okay, in the bottom of the 7th, the Cardinals leading off with the pitcher are going to have a pinch hitter for Washburn. So Washburn's day is done. He didn't pitch that badly. 7 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. He walked one. I'm telling you what, I cannot wait to get new reading glasses. It just seems like my eyes are getting worse by the day. This is absolutely crazy. He struck out for 5. 6 strikeouts. Jackson will come on. Jackson the lefty, and now we need a pinch hitter against Tommy Sisk to lead it off. And who else but left-handed batter Tito Francona. Francona, a favorite of mine. So when the Cardinals need a lefty off the bench, boy, it's hard not to go to Tito. And here's the pitch now from Sisk. 4-7 to the left-hander, and he walks him. Francona works out the leadoff walk, and Sisk and S6. Wow, a tongue twister. The Pirates better get somebody up in the pen. And they're going to get the righty McBean loose. And they're also going to get Pete Mickelson throwing, 2 righties. So McBean and Mickelson throwing in the Pittsburgh pen. Francona's on first, no threat to run. I would use a pinch runner, but they're down by 3, so his run not necessarily all that important. And here's Lou Brock. Lou's 1 for 3 today. Sisk from the stretch on a 2-5. Single to 12. However, that ground ball is going to find the glove of Bailey, who fires down to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. So Francona's forced, and Brock's at first. He'll have to be held on, of course, where he's a 1-18 should he get the lead. And he's going to try for it. He has 1 stolen base already today, 2-7. 12, he does not establish a good lead. What is he on the back number? 15-17 minus 4 for the hold. He'd be a 1-13 on the back number. But trailing by 3, he's not going to try that at 65%. Javier will hit away from the stretch. It's a 5-7 to the right-hander. Grounder to short, that's going to be 2. Alley to Mazeroski. Oh my, what a turn. And makes the throw to completion of the double play to retire the side. And that was a thing of beauty. Oh, there's nothing like a Mazeroski turn, is there? And after 7, it's 4-1 Pittsburgh. And here's Al Jackson, the lefty. 2.51 ERA. Starter reliever. Al pitched in this game in real life. And he'll be facing Ali, Clemente, and Stargell as we go along to the 8th inning. Gene Alley 0 for 3. Jackson set now. The sign from Corrales. The windup. The pitch to Alley, a 3-5 against the lefty. It's a base hit up the middle, and Gene Alley's aboard to lead things off here in the 8th. Alley an asterisk 15. Jackson's a -2. Corrales is 0, so he'd be a 13 not held. They're not going to hold him. And here's Clemente. Jackson from the stretch. The pitch to Roberto, a 2-7. Base hit into right field. Alley making the turn. He's going to steam into third. And a base hit by Clemente. The Bucks have first and third and nobody out. And here's Willie Stargell. So Pittsburgh threatening to bust this thing open here in the 8th. They already lead 4-1. And here's Pops. And the righty Don Dennis still throwing in the Cardinals' pen. Jackson from the stretch. The pitch to Stargell on a 6-11. Base hit right field. That's going to drive in Alley. Clemente can try to go to third on that. The right fielder is Brock, a +1. Clemente a 15, 17, 18 to go to third. They're going to have to concede it and hold the runner at first. Actually, they're going to stroke a Stargell, will not try to advance anyway. 1-18, he's in. RBI for Pops. Clemente into third, and it's 5-1. And Jackson has retired no one, and here comes Harry Walker. Or Shane Dienst, rather. Here comes Shane Dienst. And it's going to be Don Dennis, the right-hander. So Pittsburgh threatening to break things wide open here in the 8th. Here's Don Dennis now, the righty. The next 3 batters, all right-handed, starting with this batter, Don Clendenin. From the stretch, the pitch to Clendenin, a 1-6. Swung on and missed strike 3. That's a big out. 1 down, and here's Mazeroski. The Cardinals at double play depth. Maz is 1 for 3 today. From the stretch, the pitch to Maz on a 5-8. Single 2-base advance. That's going to drive in another run. An RBI single. Clemente will score easily. Stargell takes third. RBI Mazeroski. And it's 6-2. And here's Bailey now, still only 1 away. Infield back. The pitch to Bailey on a 4-3. Fly to right field X, that's Brock. Brock's a 3E20. Here's the play on a 14. Fly ball C, runners hold. So a shallow fly ball. Brock comes in and does make the catch. Runners hold, and there's 2 down. And here's Gonder. Gonder 1 for 3. The pitch from Dennis on a 6-7. It's a triple to 9, and it's in there for a triple. Can you believe it? Jesse Gonder has just tripled in 2. Stargell scores. Mazeroski comes clear around to score as Gonder slides into third, huffing and puffing with a triple, and the Bucks have blown this game wide open. And Sisk will bat. The pitch from Dennis, a 4-7. Grounder down to short. Buchek has it. And the side is retired. But the Bucks add on 4 runs to blow this game wide open on 3, 4, 5 hits. The capper being a 2-run triple by 1 through 9 running catcher Jesse Gonder. And we've got a laugher, so I might as well laugh, right? Oh, come on, laugh with me. I've had a great run of close, exciting games lately, so you know they can't all be nail biters. Boy, and you said it all, Bob. That lineup is just insane. I mean, Bailey would be hitting in the 4, or at least the 5 spot for many teams, and he's hitting 7th for this team. Okay, Sisk now. An S6, he's already into his 3rd endurance inning, but he hasn't allowed a hit since the 4th. And it'll be Flood, Johnson, and Smith, the heart of the Cardinal order, as Sisk winds and deals the pitch to Flood on a 2-8, triple to 4. That's going to be a long single for Curt Flood to lead things off in the 8th. Flood an asterisk 15. Gonder again a +2 catcher, so he'd be a 17 not held. I'm not sure if they would even hold him with a 8-1 lead. I don't think they will. 17. Johnson will hit away. Here's the pitch on a 5-9. Grounder to short B. That's going to be a force play. Alley has it, flips to Maz, and that's all they'll get. So Flood is forced. Johnson down to third. He's an asterisk 15. They'll let him go if he wants to. 1-17. And here's Charlie Smith. Pitch to Charlie is a 5-4. Grounder to third base X. That's Bailey. He's a 4-21. And here's the play on a 5. That's going to be down the line for extra bases. That's a double. Johnson will pull up at third. And Charlie Smith with the 1-out double. And Pete Mickelson's ready. And so is Al McBean. One more hitter walk will fatigue Sisk. And George Kernick will be the hitter. Second and third, 1 out. Bucks lead it 8-1. The pitch to Kernick, a 3-9. That's a ground ball to the pitcher. Force play. That'll score a run. So that'll go no, it will not. Ground B. No runners are forced. I take that back. No runners are forced. Runners hold. So no runners are forced. In that case, that goes 1-3, 2 down. Sorry about that. And here's Buchek. And here's the pitch from Sisk on a 5-4. A grounder to third base X. That's Bailey again. Boy, he's busy down there this inning. A 4-E21. Here's the play on a 9. That's the error range. So we've got an E21 on the roll of a 6. And he boots it. 1 base error, Bailey. And that will score a run. Flood comes in to score. No, Flood was forced. Johnson comes in to score. Smith to third. And Corrales will be the hitter. So 8-2 now. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Sisk from the stretch on a 5-10. That's a fly ball to left. Extremely shallow. Charging his Stargell just does catch up to it to retire the side. The Cards get a run on 2 hits and leave a pair after 8 complete. It's Pittsburgh 8, St. Louis 2. So Sisk almost got knocked out that inning. But as it is, he's going for the complete game. And why wouldn't he with a 6-run lead? So here's Don Dennis now, top of the order for Pittsburgh. Matty Alou, 1 for 4. Here's the pitch from Dennis on a 2-5. Tapper down to second. Javier has it and throws him out. Gene Alley will be the batter, 1 for 4. Dennis into the windup. The pitch to Gene. A 4-4 is a grounder to shortstop X. That's Buchek. 4E56. That's always scary. Here's the play on a 3. He can't get it. It's through for a base hit. So Gene Alley's aboard with a 1-out single. And Roberto Clemente will come to the plate. Roberto's 2 for 4 today. Scored twice. Here's the pitch on a 2-10, and he walks him. And boy, you guys know that's not that easy to do. Clemente did not like to walk. 46 walks in 638 at-bats in real life that season. So 2 aboard, 1 out, and here comes Pops. Stargell 2 for 4 with a home run. He's got 3 runs batted in today. Dennis into the windup. The pitch to Pops is 6-5. Grounder to second base B. That's going to be a force play. That'll go 4-6. Alley into third. And with 2 away, Clendenin will be the hitter. Dennis trying to get out of this without any further damage. Pitch to Clendenin on 2-4. Struck him out. So Dennis came on to his first batter was Clendenin, fanned him in the 8th, and strikes him out to end the 9th. No runs to hit, 2 left on. And the only drama remaining is, can Sisk complete the game? The Cardinals will start off with a pinch hitter. They're going to call on Bobby Tolan. Last left-hander on the bench for St. Louis. Tolan steps in from the left side. Sisk winds on the pitch to Tolan, a 2-11 fly to right field. That's playable for Clemente, who makes the catch for the out. So Tolan's retired, 1 down, and here's Brock. Brock 1 for 4. Sisk with the pitch. It's a 4-9 high fly ball to right field. Brock has the power, and that ball is gone. Home run, Lou Brock. How about that? I'm kind of surprised. Hell, he hit 15 that year. That surprises me, as you can probably tell. And I think that's his first home run of the replay. Let's take a look. Yes, it certainly is. So Lou Brock, with his first home run of the season, makes it 8-3. And the next hit or walk will fatigue Sisk. So he's got 1 out. He needs 2 more. McBean's ready to come in. Here's the pitch to Javier on a 1-7, single to 5, but that line drive is going to find the glove of Mazeroski. Oh my goodness, so 1-7, single to 5, the roll is a 17, and there's 2 away. And Sisk's 1 out from the complete game. And the batter will be Curt Flood. Sisk gets his sign from Gonder. The pitch to Flood on a 3-6, single to 12. That's a base hit into left field, and that's going to fatigue Sisk. And you know I normally don't do it, but I'm going to let him face 1 batter fatigued. I'm going to let him pitch to AJ. I know you're not supposed to. But it's 8-3. Johnson can't really hurt him that badly, can he? Here's the pitch to AJ. On a 5-8, that's a base hit into right, open single. Flood can try to go to third. Right field is Clemente. He will hold up. And now here comes Harry Walker, and that'll be it for Sisk. So he gave him every opportunity to try to complete it. Couldn't quite get there, but as for an S6, he did mighty fine. 8 2/3. Scattered 11 hits for 3 runs so far. 2 runners on are his responsibility. There's 2 away. Sisk today walked a pair and struck out 2, 5. And that's where it stopped. He struck out the side in the 5th. And none since. And Al McBean's going to come in now and try to finish it out. McBean, a righty. And the batter will be Charlie Smith. Smith's 3 for 4 today. 2 singles, a double. Knocked in a run in the 4th. McBean's ready to work. From the stretch, the pitch to Smith, a 6-7 is a grounder to second base X. That's the goldest of the gold there in Mazeroski, a 1E8. And here's the play. This ought to do it. On a 1, Mazeroski makes a sensational diving play behind the bag, flipped from the glove to Alley, and that'll end the ball game. Holy shit, what a play that was. A 1. Only a 1 fielder could have made that play, and Mazeroski, the king of the ones, pulls off a dazzling web gem to end the ball game. And of course, that does not go there. That goes there. A run on 3 hits, and that's it. 8-3, the final. McBean gets the last out with help from Mazeroski. Nice game by Sisk. And who's our player of the game going to be? Could be Sisk. Could be Pops for the home run and 3 ribbies. Or it could be Gonder, 2 for 4 with a 2-run triple. Boy, that's close. I'll gladly take votes for that if anyone wants to nominate a player of the game. Jackson's charged with all 3 of those runs. Dennis in his 2 innings allowed 3 hits, 1 run, walked 1 and struck out a pair. So Washburn takes the loss. Sisk obviously the winner. And thank you, Franklin. For Washburn, that drops him to 0-2 on the season. And that's Sisk's 2nd win. He goes to 2-0. For the Pirates, 8 runs on 12 hits, they made an error. The Cardinals, 3 runs on 11 hits. They also made an error. And your final here from Busch Stadium, Pittsburgh 8, St. Louis 3. The Pirates improved to 8-2. And that pulls them into a first-place tie with Los Angeles in the National League. So that was a big game for the Pirates. Cardinals dropped to 3-5. Tomorrow I'll be back with the first game of April 23rd. That's going to be the New York Mets at the Atlanta Braves. Selma and Fisher on the mound, so please join me for that. Meanwhile, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today. Nice to have my voice back, although I seem to get confused as to writing in some of the things there, but no damage done. In the end, a good clean score sheet, that's all we can ask for. And the countdown to New Year's begins. So thanks again, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. This is Steve Aquilon here in Spokane, wishing each and every one of you a very pleasant good evening. Take care, my friends.